One of the dominating keywords in achieving President Park Geun-hye's vision of a creative economy is an acronym ICT, or Information and Communications Technology. It almost refers to anything and everything that involves digital technology.
That's right. It is a very broad term used in digital technology, and there's plenty of research going on it to make people's lives more comfortable and better. Travis Klein has more on this. Good morning.
Good morning, Travis.
Good morning. Now, if I were to say ICT, would you know exactly what I mean? Well, it might be a little bit self-explanatory because of the acronym, but if you were to put it in one word, how would you describe it? Maybe daunting, crazy, maybe a mystery. How would you guys define it?
Technology.
Just information and communications technology. Well, most people know it by its synonym, which is just IT, information technology. Well, this ICT term has been around since the 1980s. More or less around academic circles, but for the most part, it's just talking about computing. And that's what we're going to look at right today, the future of ICT. To experience cutting-edge ICT technology, just like in a sci-fi movie, we visited a place that offers a glimpse of the future. It's an ICT exhibition and experience hall run by one of the country's main mobile carriers. Right now I'm in front of the Play Dream Hall, and we're going to take a look at what the future might have in store just for you. At the U Home within the Dream Hall, you can experience what a home will be like in the future. Here you can use the entire wall as a computer screen, pulling up different information, and it's controllable using motion recognition technology. You can check the weather, traffic, health-related information, and more in real time for your daily life. So let's say you get sick of the atmosphere in your house. Well, you can have a change of scenery. Check this out. Also, the multi-touch table stands out. You can transfer movies or videos from your smartphone to the wall using your fingers, and this plays on the wall. Not only that, the multi-touch table also allows you to swap files between smartphones with a simple touch. This place was selected by CNN as one of the 13 must-visit spots in Seoul, becoming a greater tourist attraction. There's a place where future technology is being developed so that life can be a little bit more convenient for all of us, not only just being developed and researched, but also in use, which we're going to take a look at in a moment. At a department store, they are providing better service for their customers using ICT technology. The food court here used to be based on self-service. But here, after you place your order, if you take a location tracking device with you, someone brings the food to you. This is because employees are able to locate each customer through their screen. What is the technology behind this system?
When you're outdoors, a GPS system is used, but indoors, where a lot of people spend their time, access points are used instead for indoor location determination technology.
The system has a margin of error between 5 to 10 meters, allowing for more precise location tracking of the customers. The response to this new service has been good.
It was good because I didn't have to stand in line and wait like other places, and they bring the food to you.
This research team, which specializes in LED communications technology, is busy working on an up-and-coming concept called Li-Fi technology. If Li-Fi technology were to be introduced to supermarkets, it would be easier to look for your groceries and to find them.
Audio, text, and image data is added to the light, and the light sends out signals in blinks in a combination of zeros and ones. The key of visible light communication is to change data to light and convert that light again to data upon reception.
Li-Fi combines the words LED and Wi-Fi and refers to the technology using light to transmit data at a high speed, but at a low cost. Televisions can also use the data coming from LED lights to receive and play videos. As you can see, the transmission is interrupted when you block the light with your hand. When used in a car, Li-Fi technology can send emergency information such as sudden halts to cars following behind, allowing for a safer drive.
Because we can't live without lighting, by using the existing LED lights in visible light communication, We can cut back on material costs, which is a huge benefit.
Information and communications technology is drawing much attention as one of the future leading industries. And much change is expected in our future lives, along with this.
It is, as we mentioned, a very broad term. At the same time, there's a broad base of technologies that can be found. What other technologies are there for the average Joe than just for convenience?
Well, there are a lot of different uses because of the ubiquity of the technology itself. It can be merged with a lot of different industries. I mean, think of the potential that you have for inside and outside of the home. It's just pretty much encompassing everything. As you saw in the video, that it can have the use of maybe like running cars. It can have the use of just changing the atmosphere. I don't know about you guys, but we live in Seoul, in a city, and a lot of times your view can be limited because there's like another building in front of you. It would be really cool if you just like had all these different walls surrounding you and you change the atmosphere or the look, the view that you want to just
change system.
Exactly, but the scope of ICT obviously used in many different ways already. Like for instance, in small appliances. Small appliances actually run on their own because of this ICT technology, but it's not just for those, but for other fields as well that we're looking forward to in the future.
This Internet of Things concept that you helped us understand the last time you were here, does this fall under this ICT umbrella?
Well, it's an interesting question to say that because I would say yes and no. Now, Internet of Things usually refers to how you can connect with the other things through the internet connection, which we just talk about like wavelengths, whereas ICT more or less refers more to a broader scope. I guess it sort of encompasses it, but it can, like I said before, with these small appliances, it can work on its own without you having even to manipulate anything like on your smartphone or a watch.
So another elusive concept that I want to understand better is the indoor location determination technology. A bit mouthful there. How can this be used also?
Well, this is actually a great thing for everyone out there who might have children. Probably Young and Minjung, both of you could make use of this technology because you can just keep tabs on your kids like wherever they go. And, you know, like when you're at the shopping malls and they're like running away and you have no idea where they're going to go. Sometimes you've probably had that moment of fear where you have no idea where they're at and you're like worried. Well, what they do is this indoor location determination technology. It's not only used in large retail stores, as you saw, where you can order food, and then they just locate you by where you're sitting, which is pretty amazing. But they can use it in other places as well, like maybe hospitals, or maybe airports. That's a great way, actually. If you go to an airport and you don't have, a lot of people have the signs looking for certain people. But if you actually were given these initially, let's say at customs, then you know exactly who it is when they come out of the doors, the airports and things like that.
From GPS, because GPS is satellite and this works indoors.
Exactly, and at the same time, you can keep tabs on VIPs or like your kids if they get lost. So
interesting concept.
And you also talked about Li-Fi, so that's like the new Wi-Fi, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, what kind of impacts would it have once it's commercialized fully?
I think it's going to make us a little bit dumber, to tell you the truth, because it's just too convenient, to tell you the truth. Back in the olden days, is which one that I prefer is to read about something, going to the library or to a bookstore and just reading about the subject at hand. Nowadays, what do? You stick a certain object on your smartphone or your computer and you look up the definition. With this, you just hold it up to the light and bam, the information is there, already there for you. So it's kind of a lazy technology, but very convenient. If you need it in a pinch. Right.
Well, it puts like basically information right at your fingertips, makes it more convenient.
Exactly.
To get that
you don't even have to type something in and look it up.
Well,
Things are getting easier and easier by the day.
A little bit too easy. Remember to exercise those brains so you don't get that digital dementia.
Thank you, Travis.
Thank you, Travis.